Just got done with our first sales call. We didn't close, but that's okay. I think more than anything, I mean, that wasn't my goal for me to close. Like, obviously, sure, right? Sure, of course. Would you want that? Of course. But more than anything, I'm just super proud of myself, of the non-attachment I went into it with. It's crazy because I think about the past 2 years, maybe even 3, and I just feel like everything that I've been learning and consuming just zoomed in on me, and I was just I know exactly what I'm doing, and just felt so confident in it, even though I wasn't prepared. But it's I have to realize everything that I've been doing has been preparing me for this moment, And I feel like a lot of times when we think about sales and salespeople, I think we think about the sleazy sales car people or whatever the case may be. I don't know, the stories that we see. But for me, the mindset around selling is being of service, right? This thing that we created that we want to bring to others and usher it in and be this is my offering. This is the best I have right now, And so I say that, of course, selling my own stuff, as opposed to if you're selling cars or you're selling someone else's products, of course, there has to be a level of belief in it. But of course, there's this level of belief in what I'm saying. My curiosity is my best gift I can offer you. And I just so happen to be in my zone of excellence when it comes to online content and video content specifically. And so, yeah, I'm thinking about the sales call, and I think the biggest thing for me is I'm so proud of myself that I've been doing the money mind shift work, the mindset work in general, to really go into this not attached, not being I need the money. A lot of times people can smell that desperation and feel that desperation. Does my bank account say that I need the money? Sure. Do I need it? No, because of this matrix that we live in. I don't need it. It's just what we've agreed to when we shook hands with the universe and said, yes, we're going to need this thing called money to move things and move goods and resources and things of that sort. But yeah, I'm just really elated more than anything, because I feel the things that I've built up in my head to be sales calls and cold outreaches and reaching out to people and all these things, that's going to be hard. That doesn't seem something that feels good, because whatever the case, but it's the shift, it's the work that's being done to be no, what I have to offer, this gift, it's I want to get it to more people. I want to help people. I want to amplify people. I feel the thing I've created is going to help you move forward in your journey and what you want to bring to the world. So I guess I'm wanting to come on here that if you're in a place where you have your gifts, you've packaged it in a way, that you want to share it with others, how can we shift our mindset to be being more of service than being sleazy and salesy and stuff like that? I don't know. I'm really just sitting in just awe. I'm wow, everything has added up to this moment. And I'm just so proud of the non-attachment that I had to it, and just being if they take it, cool. If they don't take it, fine with me too. But now it's I have the feedback to be okay, what do I need to work on to make these calls even more smoother and more comprehensive, and just what work can be done before they even get to the call. Because I can imagine myself, this is a part of my gift, I can imagine myself, we're literally having the interview right then and there, and I'm wait, that's the offer, and we didn't press record if that's the case. So I'm just okay, doing this adds to the puzzle piece, okay, what other puzzle pieces can I work on over there? And so I think that's what's been so beautiful about this process, is just being every action that we take is, to some extent, is going to show the gaps that we need to fill, And so what I'm really loving is just realizing when we show up and we do the work. And the crazy thing about it, y'all, I think for some reason we've been indoctrinated and programmed that we need to do a lot of work, that we need to work hard, especially coming from backgrounds, particularly POC backgrounds, that we need to work really, really hard. What I'm learning and giving myself grace in terms of how many outreaches I wanted to do for the day or whatever the case, what I'm learning is that God just wants to see the effort and wants to meet us where we're at. And it's he wants this for us. The universe, God, spirit, source wants this for us. So the fact that we just got to meet them where they're at, I'm cool. I did 10 outreaches today. That was the capacity I can do today, as opposed to getting down on myself and be oh, I'm supposed to do 30 a day and da-da-da, whatever. It's giving myself grace. And the fact that I'm showing up and I'm still trying. And today was a win, because that means we moved a client through some client journey that I'm still learning about, and it's a piece of the puzzle. So wherever you're at in your journey, I hope that this encourages you. I hope that this gives you a different mindset around selling and realizing that if you are in a space to be creative and you're in a space to pursue entrepreneurship, that if you're having some feelings about, being salesy and stuff, like realize that you've done the work to put this beautiful thing together and you really just want to get it to the people who want it. And I think that's the best part, is like we're at a place where we get choice in who we get to work with. If that wasn't a vibe with her name was Karen. Okay, I'm just gonna say it. If that wasn't a vibe with Miss Karen, I could be like, actually, I have no interest in you. I actually have no interest in your service. I actually don't think this is a vibe, and I can say no because I'm not attached to the money outcome of it, And what's even cooler, I was like, okay, go me. What? Because I'm thinking about like literally all the training. Say the price. Say the big scary price. And don't say anything at all. That's it. Yes, it is that much. And wait for them to think about it. It is none of my business what's in their pocket. It is none of my business of what they're doing and how they're stewarding the money. I'm just saying this is the price of my energy and my work and my expertise. Either you take it or you don't. And that's okay. And the best part about that, if it's not for me, so good, great. Thank you, Lord, for skirting that person along, because I know you only want what's best for me. So skirt. So she says no. She says she's going to make a decision by next week. Great. I'll follow up and do what I do. If there's any other questions I can answer for her, great. You know what I mean? But I'm not attached to it. If it doesn't work out, I'm like, oh, great. I'm sure I missed something. Like, who knows? She could have been a horrible post-production person and I didn't want to work with, But like, I think that's the best part about it, is knowing that everything is for us, right? Like, it's not happening to us, it's happening for us. And I'm just like, look at that. All of the training you've been doing for the past couple years finally added up to this. And also, since you're on here, Eve, I was thinking about Robin this morning, recently, and I'm y'all, today has been a day of like downloads, and I can't like just drop them all on you because I'm still processing. But I thought about Robin today. I thought about the day I met y'all, that weekend I met y'all, and just full transparency, remember we were talking about during that time, I was in an appointment center at that time. I didn't know, don't tell Robin this, but she obviously knows, I didn't really know what I was doing then. But when I got in the room with y'all, because Robin's a coach, right? She's a spiritual business coach. When I got in the room with y'all, I was in my zone of genius, right? And I mean, I felt it. Don't know if you felt it. I felt it. And I remember Robin telling me, this is what you need to be doing. And I was like, what is that exactly? What is that exactly you want me to do? And so now today I was like, oh, what I downloaded was like, I really want to be like the sidekick, the ultimate sidekick for coaches, And I'm just full transparency when it comes to coaching, I do it naturally. But like, it's not really like my thing. If anything, I love just amplifying people and magnifying people, whether it's online or in person, and like allowing people to be in their zone of genius so they don't have to worry about all the like details and the logistics. I was like, I get to worry about that because I love and care about people so much in the space. I care about space. I care about intentionality. I care about like how people feel in this space. It's like that for me, like put me there, put me in, coach, literally put me in, coach. So to see you and to hear Robin's voice and to remember back to that time in San Francisco, and sis, and since you're here, I'm just going to say it to you, when we had ceremony, you were like, you're the secret sauce. That has stayed with me ever since then, And I was just like, what do I do with the secret sauce? Whose soup do I put this in? Whose caldo do I put this in? Like what, And so, yeah, today the downloads were like, yo, I'm here to help coaches online, in person. And yeah, I just thought of Robin and I thought about what she said, and I'm like, cool, that's what we're doing. So anyways, so if y'all in sales, know that you're being of service to folks. It's an amazing time to be human today. It's amazing that we have the opportunities and resources that we have today. Like if I didn't have these tools and resources, I don't know if I would have had the courage to do it. Nothing wrong with it, but I'd probably be a teacher, and I'd be teaching a curriculum that I wasn't passionate about, and students who didn't want to be there. And that is the last thing I want to do. So if you know coaches, if you know life coaches, business coaches, just coaches who I personally feel like are educators and teachers and mentors and guides who've skirted out of systems, and we're trying to figure out our own way here, owe to them, wanting to support them as much as possible, in any way possible. So if you know them, let them know that I am packaging myself in a way to support them online and in person. And yeah, just wanting to support them in getting their gifts out to the world. So whatever your gift is, I hope that you have the courage to show it and share it with the rest of us. All right, y'all. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.